There are three ways to get internet abroad: paying enormous mobile data roaming fees, getting a local SIM with a heavily tourist-adjusted price, or grabbing an eSIM. And that's what we're going to talk about today. I'm here to do the very first Saily eSIM review. So, what is eSIM and when do you need eSIM in the first place? It's a digital equivalent of a regular embedded SIM card that you can use while traveling or working abroad. And there are multiple benefits of eSIM over a regular SIM. For one, an eSIM provides easier access to the internet while abroad. You can enable it in advance, and generally the setup is very simple. Plus, this way you don't need to search for local SIMs or deal with tourist scammers. eSIMs are usually cheaper too, especially if you compare them to roaming charges. For example, if you use T-Mobile, a single megabyte of data can cost anywhere from $2 to $15. It's most likely going to be super slow too, which is not the case with eSIMs. They connect you to a local network and deliver the best possible speeds. It's much safer too, as you don't have to rely on sketchy public Wi-Fi networks. In that case, you'd need a VPN to keep yourself safe, which is a whole other topic. But if you're interested in cybersecurity, make sure to subscribe to our channel. Anyway, the one con of an eSIM is the fact that it may not be available on all devices. So make sure to check if your phone, tablet, or whatever you're planning on using supports it. You can just Google that, or there's this handy list on the Saily website. Another way to check is to just download the app. If your phone doesn't support an eSIM, it's going to tell you the moment you set it up. Limited compatibility is probably one of the main reasons that eSIMs are only now gaining popularity. That said, they're slowly but surely becoming the ultimate way to get mobile data abroad. Doesn't matter if you're going to a conference in Paris or a vacation in Egypt. With the eSIM basics covered, let's finally do a proper Saily eSIM review. Fun fact, it's a product freshly launched by the creators of NordVPN, so I had high expectations right away. Let's see if it holds up. First things first, how do you get it? And is Saily eSIM easy to use? Let me walk you through it. You need to go to the website, choose the country you'll be traveling to, and pick a plan. I'm not sure if this is because Saily is very new, but the prices are super affordable. What's more, they depend on the country, and I really like this approach. A lot of other eSIM for travel options have set prices for certain amounts of data, no matter which country you go to. So at least for now, Saily eSIM is one of the cheapest providers on the market. The plans seem to be very based on how long you're going to be traveling and how much data you're going to need. I do miss some flexibility here. It would be nice to have the option for shorter term periods with more data, for example. But again, they're just starting out. It's something I'd expect to see in the future. By the way, if you want to check out Saily yourself, use the link in the description to get the best eSIM price, or scan this QR code. Also, keep in mind that Saily has 24/7 customer support, so you can contact them at any time, day or night, if you face any issues. Plus, they issue refunds if you happen to have problems with activating the plan. Anyway, after completing the purchase, download the app from the App Store or Google Play. Then select the eSIM plan and click to install the eSIM. It's important to do this before your trip and then activate it right before you leave, since Saily eSIM activation requires an internet connection. It's a little bit of an inconvenience if you forget, because then you'll need to find a place to connect to the internet. That's what happened to me when I went to Canada and I tested it out. I remember to activate Saily only when I arrived at my hotel. Thankfully, it had Wi-Fi, well, one bar of it. That's another thing though. Saily saved my butt from a really crappy internet connection. Of course, I only had a chance to test it out in one country so far, but I expect no less from other locations. And I'll do an updated review after I visit a few more places. Oh, and one more thing to note in terms of setup. You can actually get multiple SIM profiles at once. So if you're planning to travel across multiple countries, you'll be able to easily swap between different eSIM plans. Just, again, remember to do the Saily eSIM activation before you leave for your destination while you still have an internet connection. What surprised me about Saily eSIM was that it already covers 150 countries, which is a very impressive number. That said, there's only a small amount of Caribbean islands on Saily's list so far, but I'm hoping they'll expand their coverage there soon. Otherwise, you can travel pretty much anywhere, from Mexico to Paris to Japan. So yeah, overall Saily is looking very promising. And it's nice to see a really affordable and easy to use eSIM hitting the market. I hope this Saily eSIM review helped you out. Let me know if you already tested it and whether you had as smooth an experience as I did. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to use the link in the description to get the best Saily eSIM price. Cheers.